Hi everyone, welcome to Mountain Home Stories. Speak with kindness, for your words hold the power to heal or hate. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. So embrace love and you will find true happiness. And on this auspicious occasion of Buddha Purnima, I've decided to read a tale from Japan from the book Folk Tales from Around the World. So read along with me. The Nightingale Song. Long, long ago, when Lord Buddha created the world, everything was dull and grey. So one day, he decided to paint the flowers and trees, the animals, butterflies and birds. First, he summoned the four seasons, telling them how to make blossoms glow bright and glorious in spring, and the grasses appear green and verdant in summer. Let autumn dance over hills and meadows, so it may sparkle like bronze and gold, he said. Then he whispered to the snowflakes to fall softly upon the pine trees, so that they may stand stately and green as winter winds lulled the earth to sleep. Next day, he asked his disciples to make his wishes known among all living creatures, so they could assemble before him. Oh, how delighted they were to hear this glad news. We'll look wonderful, we'll be splendid and different too, they cried as they gathered in a green meadow, lining up before the Lord. Lord Buddha smiled at their excitement as he opened the cans of paint, sorted the brushes, and then opened his wondrous box of rainbow colors. The lanky zebra wanted only black and white stripes, but the leopard begged to be different, and he got a fabulous coat of spots. Both strutted about, showing off before the elephant, who chose to be a sober grey. And so on till all the animals had been painted. What a commotion there was when the butterflies came. All fluttered and circled around the Lord, wishing to be made different. A yellow dab here, a scarlet streak there, a blue spot, a black line, until it seemed that flowers of every hue and color had flown off the brushes and were dancing around Lord Buddha. But the tiny glowworm did not want any color at all. No, not me, Lord. I'm too small. Make me so that everyone can see me even in the dark, he beseeched. Lord Buddha smiled and kissed the little insect lightly, and away it flew, bright and radiant. Next day was the turn of the birds. Loud cheers rent the air when a brand new box of paints was opened. The birds chirped and flew around, dipping their tails, fluttering their wings as they talked excitedly, waiting in a row. Me first, cried the cock as he bowed low. I make the sun rise, you all know. An amused Lord Buddha took up a brush and dipped it in red, painted the cock's comb gay and bright. The long, flowing tail feathers became a shimmering blue-black. Lord Buddha paused for a moment to admire his own work. How proudly the cock crowed then, and he hasn't stopped doing so ever since. The curious parrot, who had been craning his neck and watching the cock from a branch above, suddenly lost his balance. With a great big screech, he fell right into a can of green paint. Quickly, Lord Buddha pulled him out, but the green color had already become permanent. So his beak was painted a bright red for contrast, and he squeaked with joy. Then came the kingfisher. Please, Lord, may I have a dab of that brilliant blue and some of that red and black? Leave a little white too. No one could hide their smiles when the peacock came, spreading wide his tail, wanting an intricate design of turquoise, royal blue, and gold all over it. After the painting was over, he danced gloriously, praising the Lord, as the beautiful colors shimmered in the sun. The day was almost over, and there was just a few birds left to paint. Lord Buddha sat down and asked his disciples to paint them as they desired. So the woodpecker, the cockatoo, and other birds hopped in and out of cans of paint, and soon they were covered with all the colors of the rainbow. At last twilight came, and all the animals, butterflies, and birds went away. The colors were finished, and the disciples had started to clean the brushes. "How bright the world is now!" exclaimed the Lord. "The trees and flowers and the animals and birds are colorful, and everyone is happy." Just when Lord Buddha and his disciples were about to leave, there was a great fluttering behind his back. It seemed as if someone was approaching in great haste. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a tiny grey bird flew out of the woods and almost stumbled against Lord Buddha's shoulder. "Oh Lord, Lord, I'm so late," it cried piteously. It was a nightingale. The merciful Lord held it lightly and, soothing its ruffled feathers, tried to comfort the trembling creature. But the nightingale went on sobbing, and its tears fell against Lord Buddha's robe. "No one told me, no one said a word to me that you would be painting us all today," wept the nightingale. "But I saw the peacock, beautiful and bright, dancing like a dream in the woods, and it was he who told me, Lord. So I flew here as fast as I possibly could. Just see how drab and grey I am. Don't you have any paint left for me?" Distressed, Lord Buddha glanced at the empty paint box and the freshly cleaned brushes. There was not even a trace of paint left. The nightingale saw it too and started to weep again with disappointment. But suddenly, Lord Buddha saw a silver dewdrop hanging on a single blade of grass, sparkling like a diamond. "Come here, little one, and drink this," whispered Lord Buddha, as he coaxed the nightingale to perch on its outstretched hand. Then, taking the shining dewdrop with his finger, he placed it gently on the tongue of the nightingale. And lo! The touch of Lord Buddha's hand turned the humble drop of dew into heavenly nectar. How sweet and cool it was! It seemed that all the fragrance of flowers, the song of the winds and water, the gaiety of sunbeams, and the tenderness of moonlight had entered into the little nightingale through that single drop. "Goodbye, little bird," said Lord Buddha. "Be happy and make the world happy too." The nightingale bowed low before him and then flew up and across the woods. Then she began to sing. Was that her voice? Yes, it was. But even the nightingale could not recognize it. The world had never ever heard such a wondrous song. So this was the story. Hope you enjoyed reading the story with me. Leave me a comment and let me know. Click on the notification bell for my next video, and thank you so much for dropping by. Come back to hear me again. Till then, take care and bye-bye.